thank you. As Will said, my name is Dana, and I'm here with Stefan and Karin. And we've created a brief presentation today to tell you a little bit more about what we did this year and what we've learned. So first off, this is our agenda slide. Stefan is going to tell you a little bit more about core and recruiting, and Karin is going to talk a little bit about our capstone and our concentrations in the spring. But I can tell you, and I can speak for almost everyone in this room, that multiple times during the year I sat down and I wondered, can I get by on $8 an hour? Can I stop now? Is that possible? So our class, as Will also mentioned, we're very diverse, as you can tell. We have Greg from Russia. We have Mexico represented. Lots of Indians. Love India. Went to India. And we also have someone from Bahrain, which I was told is a very small island somewhere. Looking at you, Abhishek. So a lot of us were here over the summer for Jumpstart and preparing for the start of core. Those of us that weren't business undergrads. And life from the summer to the fall, it was a big change. You know, the summer was great. Awesome drink specials at the bar, lots of time to sleep, it's beautiful outside, smiles all around. And then you come to the fall, where we get Jimmy John's delivered to breakout rooms with no windows. We get 4 hours of sleep on average a night, and we make, tons of presentations every single day. So it was drastically different, but it was a great experience. So I'd like to pass it on to Stefan right now to dive a little bit into core.
Thank you, Dana. Shameless plug to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. And dads too, we love you as well. This is what the core was. This is just the fall semester you're looking at right now. And I just want to run through all these classes with you just so we can all be on the same page. We had IT architecture, ERP, strategy and case analysis, project management, business and process management, IT service management, IT GRC. 3 classes with Keith Dayton, which were collaboration and teamwork, professional development and ethics, finally, IS research. All right, that's a lot of classes, but it just doesn't really do it justice. So I kind of want to take you guys to class with me. First of all, let's start out with technology. There it is. Let's start out with IT architecture and Professor Bippen. Professor Bippen, everyone. All right, folks. Today we're going to assign you an assignment. It's going to take anywhere from 14 to 48 hours. I'm going to post this assignment sometime before it's due. Assignment's going to be based on this slide alone. But the good news is we're getting out 35 seconds early. Have a great weekend, folks. All right, maybe I overdid it a little bit with the evildoer laugh, but honestly, there's only one slide I could possibly ever make to really embody how we felt after every single one of Bippen's classes. Moving on. Let's go to a happier time. ERP with Professor Bala. Good stuff, glasses back on. ERP with Professor Bala. Here we learned how to use SAP, which is an enterprise software. Really, you can run your entire business, huge corporations, from start to finish of your entire process. Here's what one of these classes look like. SAP is a perfect system. If you enter the material correctly, it's going to work perfectly from start to finish. If you don't, you get to spend all your time in this beautiful lab with your classmates until 4 o'clock in the morning. And then once you figured out who screwed up the SAP system, they have to buy you beer. Just like I said, a perfect system. Thank goodness for Florence Mann on my team, or we would still be in the ERP lab as we speak right now. And I figure a lot of people don't really know what business process management is, so it's an important one for us to go over. Really, you just take a business process, from start to finish, and then you just put it on a piece of paper. And for an example, let's just take the MSIS program, and Professor Lopez will give us this one. Okay, as you can see here, first either Whitman, maybe Professor Dayton, they send you a message, and you come to the MSIS program. From here, there's much more different ways that you can actually end the program. So first of all, maybe you go to Jumpstart, maybe you don't, maybe you cry yourself to sleep on a loop. And then there's this gateway in the spring, no one really knows what this means, but maybe Jing Jing teach you about elephants. Maybe Bippin scare you with security, or maybe Bippin take all your free time in ERP. But we are all in the same area, which is graduating the MSIS program. And boy, oh boy, does it feel good. So we're looking at this, it doesn't look like it's that hard. I'm sure parents are like, why could my kids still never answer my phone calls? Let me tell you, it's due to recruiting. That's in the fall as well. What did recruiting actually look like? First of all, we had the fantastic Cindy, she was announced earlier. She told us how to make these car statements, which made us all sound the exact same and confused our employers into hiring us. And then from there, we went to these fantastic networking events. And if we were lucky, we got to go to these second round networking events. And if we were real lucky, we got invited to the third round networking events, where there was pizza, so it was really fantastic. From there, we had interviews and interviews and interviews. Sometimes we had 4 interviews with one company on top of all of these assignments that we needed to get done. But it was all worth it in the end, because we all got our dream jobs. Or not, but that's a totally different story. Now we're on to the time for the spring semester.